On many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Marino. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there right off the bat. On 1st and 10, it's Marino. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Brown. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Play action. It's Moon. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Bills are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
After the interception, here's Marino. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the shotgun, Marino. Going to throw right side here, complete. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Here's Marino to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add. to pick up a first down.
I was going to say, on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. Now Marino on first down. Looking deep downfield.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and it's second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Marino's incompletion on first down leads to 2nd and 10. Again, it's Marino. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got this down to the 35. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. To throw is Marino. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught. And he'll be out of bounds. A big gain there for the Bills. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Bills are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, one play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Moon. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Bills 21, Titans nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the...
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
They'll throw on first down with Marino. Finding Walker complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Delaney Walker, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Airing it out for Olsen. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Moon to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Moon. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 37, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Bass on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now it's Hyde on the return.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37, and they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
That throw by Marino incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it is 42-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Now it's Hyde on the return.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Moon. Underneath to Allen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mike 27.
Out of the gun, it's Moon. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard line.
They try and run forward here with Brown. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Conventional wisdom tells runners to work north and south and get upfield, but he was hoping he could win the race to the pylon. Excellent job of pursuit there by the defense, and they wound up knocking him backwards.
They'll give it here to Brown. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
3rd and goal, Marino. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills continue to pour it on. And I believe they've buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
The kick is good.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Timely pass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now it's Hyde on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times.
And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. They go with Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Bills add on. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now it's Hyde on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
To throw, Moon. Flush to his right. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you just have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Touchdown, Titans!
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
A try here for the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They defer to Brown to start the drive.
87 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is going to have a Bills first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Marino here from the gun. And his throw here is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Marino. It's complete to Brown, right side.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now Marino to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play, Marino to Moss, and even 40 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills continue to pour it on.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Now it's Hyde on the return.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
A play fake, now Moon. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Marino sets up. This will be caught by Brown. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Marino off of play action. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd down and 7.
Marino will throw. Flushed out right. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Moon. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Play action. It's Moon. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
Moon. this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
A short kick taken at the 18. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And Marino going to throw despite the late lead. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. On 3rd down, Marino. Throwing right, and that's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They're going on 4th down, Marino. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now Marino on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Right there in the middle, 55. Touchdown, defense. Check 3,
Here's Marino to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Buffalo, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a home date.